What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am sitting in the parking lot waiting for my food. It's gonna take about 15 minutes, so I figured it would be a good time to do a video. What I would like to talk about today is Uber. Not drivers, but Uber eaters, Uber orderers, whatever you want to call them. The people who place the orders for Uber Eats, okay? Those people. That's what I want to talk about, or that's who I want to talk about. So I was just having a conversation with my husband on the phone about this, like ranting to him, and he goes, "Not everyone's as fat as you, babe." Well, they should be. And that's exactly what I said to him. Because, okay, I don't know about you, whoever here orders Uber Eats or DoorDash or any of those places, whatever, but okay, when you order your food, comment down below because I really want to know who looks at the app like while the order is being processed, like while the driver is picking it up and they're on their way to you. Like, who looks at the app? Who actually looks at the app? Or who just has their phone nearby them, you know, like in case they get a text message or a message thing on the app or like a phone call or whatever. But who does? Who does? Because it seems like nobody in this world does. And it's very frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna explain myself. So, first of all, when it tells you in the like description thing, like whatever, like where to drop off, and it's kind of vague but kind of specific at the same time, I'll have to tell you the exact scenario for you to understand. Okay, this one that I just took not too long ago was to an apartment complex, okay? And this apartment complex was one that I was unfamiliar with. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. Okay. One that I was unfamiliar with, and basically it said leave at the back of the building, leave at door, back of building, not at the leasing office. Okay, fair enough. So, I mean, people typically know what a front and a back of a building look like. So, I mean, I'm like, okay, that can't be too hard to find. And if you are at the leasing office, then it's probably on the opposite side, right? So, like, okay. Tell me why it wasn't that easy, first of all. So, it was easy to find the leasing office, of course. Gotta crack my neck. Oh, man, I couldn't do it. Okay. So I proceed to like call the guy and be like, well, no, first I messaged him because I always message first, just because, like, I don't know, like if you're anything like me, you prefer to respond to a message than a phone call or whatever. So I always message first, and I messaged him saying, hey, I'm having trouble finding your place of where to drop off or whatever. And it was delivered, but it doesn't show like that the person read it, so it just said delivered. So I'm like, okay, I don't know if he actually got it, so let me call him. So I call him, doesn't pick up. Cool. Well, this specific apartment, it was not one that you could open like a main entry door and just leave it like in the, you know, the lobby, not, well, I guess you could call it a lobby area with like mailboxes and stuff like that. It wasn't one of those kind of places. So that was the problem. If I were to have left it at the door, like how the instructions said, it would have literally been outside. And, you know, it looks gloomy here. I know it's gonna rain soon. The wind started picking up a little and stuff like that. And then people, you know, people don't care. People steal, people, whatever. So I was trying to do the right thing. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Because I had another order that I had to take after. Okay. So I'm like, I'm like, I know that the next order is so like close to me, like is literally right there, and then the person is going to is like so close also, and like I just wanted to get them their order. So I started feeling bad for that person, and I was like, man, why won't this guy answer his phone or call me back? So finally, like, he does answer his phone. I don't know how many times I called him, not like a million times or something, but like maybe 3. But he answered, and then he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I was away from my phone for a little bit, but the door number is 14. Okay, first of all, why wouldn't you put that in the description? Like, if the door was 14 and you knew this, and you know that like I'm dropping you off food, and you know how your apartment is and everything, like the building, why wouldn't you just say door 14, leave at door 14? That's all you have to say in the description. Then I wouldn't even need to communicate with you, and then you wouldn't have to be on your phone. I just don't get it. But I was like, okay. So he's like, let me look up my balcony and see like where you are, because I was like, right now I'm by door 11, but I'm pretty sure I could find it, like, since they're labeled. And so, but he like wanted me to wait so that he could look out his window or his balcony. I'm like, okay. So then he looks out, and then I was like, I'm right by the parking garage, like, and I'm assuming there's only one. So it seemed like he was confused of where I was. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, let me just turn around to where I was, where I thought that it was the right place. And I'm pretty sure it did say 14 on there. So I went around, and then sure enough, it did say 14 on the door. So then he's like, oh, okay, I see you from my balcony. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, just stay right there, I'll come down. I'm like, all right. So then I stay there, you know, I get out of the car and I meet him at the door. And then, I mean, he was nice about it. He wasn't like, oh, like, what took you so long or anything like that. But I'm just like, really, people? Like 3 times today. 3 times today. And it's not just today. It happens like a lot. But why do people not pay attention to when their food is coming? Like, you know that you ordered food. You know that the food is going to arrive in whatever amount of time, depending on how far you order from. And you're not going to pay any attention to your phone. Like, I'm not saying that you have to be there on the phone like this. I mean, I would. But I'm not saying that you have to if you order. But at least have it nearby you. At least have your volume on. At least, like, you know, like... I mean, you're the one that wants the food, right? Or do you want me to just hold it hostage? Because I could do that. And I could get away with it. I know a ton of Uber drivers that do. But yes. So that was annoying. And then I go to this other place. Taco Bell. And to pick up this other person's order, and I noticed that in there, like, because it shows you on the screen exactly what they ordered, like word for word for word. I mean, like, if you see a McDonald's order, you'll literally see fries, salt, and then the burger is like broken down into like every ingredient possible. Like, it'll say, like, you know, cheese, pickles, ketchup, like, you know, just like it really breaks it down in the receipt thing, whatever. So same thing in the app, like, you know, you could reach out by messaging somebody before you even pick up the order. So I noticed that for the Taco Bell one, there was no sauces in there. And if I know Taco Bell, I know they don't give you sauces for free. And if they do, they would probably just put like the most random sauce in there, like mild or verde, or I just said that in the whitest way. But the ones that aren't typically like used or asked for, you know, probably to save money. So like, if you don't ask for the sauce, you're probably not gonna get the sauce. And then I saw that there was no sauce on there, so I was thinking about like myself, putting myself in that person's shoes. I'm like, okay, if that was my order, I would want at least like 10 fire sauce packets. But that's just me. I could be wrong. Maybe this person doesn't even need the sauce, whatever. But just in case, let me reach out to them and see if they want it. Because why not? Like, I'm working for my tips, y'all. So, so I message this person, and then of course they didn't respond. I call the person, no response. So then I just messaged them, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm sorry, I tried to call you, but I am on my way now. And then they didn't call back or anything, so it's not like they were like, oh no, I missed my opportunity to tell you the sauce. So I mean, that's a good thing, you know, I guess. But it would have been nice, you know, if they answered their phone. It's like, what? I don't get it. And this person actually was waiting outside for me. It was a hotel drop-off, and he happened to be waiting outside for me, rather than like in his room, because I did like a few hotel drop-offs today where I had to go inside and then get the food like all the way to the door, like, you know, upstairs, blah blah blah. And this guy was actually waiting outside, which I appreciate because I hate going in hotels to deliver food. But I was like, okay, so clearly he was checking my whereabouts and stuff, right? Like, he was clearly aware of that. I don't know why he didn't answer the phone. Like, either message or phone call, because I tried both. And I was like, man, I was trying to be nice, but whatever. And yeah, that is my little story. So I'm just wondering, is it just me, or if there's any other Uber Eats drivers out there that are watching this, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have the same experiences, or if it frustrates you, or if you just let it roll off the shoulder, it doesn't matter, blah blah blah. I know I let a lot of things frustrate me, probably shouldn't, but but it's like, it's one of those things that's like, okay, like the first guy was more annoying just because I did have a second order to get to, and I'm like, okay, well, if I can't find your place, guy, I'm not gonna just leave your food outside, you know? Like, not only is it gonna affect my tips potentially, but it's also like gonna affect my ratings and this and that. Like, I want to do my job correctly, you know? So even if it is just Uber Eats, like, it's still, I take pride in what I do. So I don't know, am I alone here, guys? Just let me know. And then if you are Uber Eats orderers, just keep that in mind, that the drivers do want the communication to be open, and have your phone next to you. It's not that hard. Like 90% of the day we're all on our phones, like scrolling through whatever, like bullshitting around, literally not doing anything. So while you're waiting for food that you specifically ordered, that you paid whatever you paid just for the actual, like the total, on top of it, the delivery charge, and if you're gonna tip, then that included, like, you would think that you would care a little bit more about how your food gets delivered, when it gets delivered, if it gets delivered, you know what I'm saying? You know where I'm going? Yeah. Okay. On that note, that's my cue. My food's ready. And unlike other people, I actually look at the time, and I've been noticing what time it's been. And it's been 13 minutes. And I said, when I got on here, it's gonna take about 15 minutes. So you best believe that at that 15-minute mark, I will be in there, because I want my food fresh. Sorry. Not sorry. Anyways, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it everywhere if you like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I will see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Bye, guys.